to What Do You Slay? This is episode 14. I am Coach Kara, this is Coach Taylor and Coach Rebecca. We are trainers out of the greater Austin area, and we train out of a club called Slade Fit Club. Coach Taylor and I are also nutritional coaches. Our company for that one is Be Slade, and so we are here today to talk to you about a really big buzzing topic, the Ozempic bandwagon or Ozempic flare or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, trend.
Yeah. A trend that's happening now. So we thought we would give you a little bit of our opinion, what we know, how we approach it, what we like, what we kind of don't like, and things like that. But yeah, so let's hop into it. So we're gonna really keep this open and raw because we just want to have really open conversation about this. First, if you don't know what this is, you probably live under a rock. No, I'm just kidding. But it is really talked about. It is a new drug that helps with weight loss. It's really used for diabetics to help manage blood sugar glucose levels. So people are now using it because the side effects it creates helps you reduce your cravings and eating, so you lose weight quite fastly when you take this. So people, a lot of people are talking about it. We know Oprah just did a show about talking about this, so we thought we'd hop on and discuss this some more. So what is our take on this? I just want to start this out is that in our industry, this is like a battle. We battle every day. People are wanting quick results. They will do what they can. This has been going on for decades, and why diet fads are, out there. Everybody will be on, you can go South Beach. We got keto. We got Atkins. We have, I can't remember. The diet pills. There's like tons of them. So we have to battle this as we come from more of a sustainable, I guess, holistic approach of your body and how to manage your weight and how to help your relationship with food, things like that. So we love it and hate it, I guess. We can see how Ozempic can maybe be beneficial for certain people, or how it can play hand in hand with a nutritional coach and taking Ozempic. But I think when we're trying to work with communities and people, helping them with their nutrition and weight loss, they don't want to be patient in the process it takes to lose the weight. And so then there's these quick Band-Aids, which we really think are Band-Aids because it doesn't get down to the root of how do we get here in the first place, or what's going on with our hormones, or what is our relationship with food, or any of that. Mm-hmm. So I think that's where we're coming from in regards to our frustrations, I think, when these new Band-Aids or new fads come out. Yeah. So we have a baseline approach and belief of, we believe you should eat whole foods, get movement and exercise of some sort. If you have hormone issues, if you're perimenopause and menopause, anything like that, and you're feeling like you can't get anywhere, getting your hormones checked out is really important. But then getting real with yourself and saying like, well, are you eating enough calories? Are you starving yourself? And so your body's in survival mode. Mm-hmm. Are you, binging at night and are you sliding, having too much cheat or drinking on the weekends? Really looking at it from all aspects. Ladies, you want to add anything to that? Your frustration with when things come out, or our beliefs of like our foundation of what we really try and hit home with?
Yeah.
I feel like you said it pretty well. I mean, like anything, so any fad diet, any trend thing, like cool sculpting, fat burning pills, things like that, like you said, it is a Band-Aid. So the frustration is going to come from maybe people not having the education or doing their research on the long-term effects of these things. We're in a culture of instant gratification. So when we're presented with something that you could buy, as opposed to maybe putting in effort into changing your habits or lifestyle, then obviously that seems appealing. But then we have a lot of clients where they see the repercussions of their hormones are negatively affected. They're having these medical symptoms where they're, you know, they're in pain, they're in discomfort, and then we're trying to kind of come back from that because obviously whatever they were doing was not working. So I think that's the frustration from our professional field is like seeing clients that are taking, let's say, the easy way out and then not putting in the work, and then they cycle through this of they gain the weight again because they're in the same habits. And trying to break that mentality, but then, you know, their friend it's working for, and then we have to like fight against pop culture, what their friend's doing, and then what we've gone to school for, what we know for, and what we know works. So,
yeah, absolutely. I think that was a great summary.
Yeah, I think the big thing is we keep talking about like the new thing. Well, why is there new things, right? Like,
because it's
don't reinvent the wheel.
Yes, so let's talk about strength training. Strength training is as old as time. It has been around forever. And why has it been around forever? Because it works. It's good for you inside, outside. There is no new thing. Of course, there's new exercises and things like that, but the baseline is the same. Exercise, move your body, and you're gonna have way more results beyond the physicality of it all. And I think that's really like the shift, the epitome that someone should have is don't follow the new thing because there's gonna be a new
there's always a new
Let's
thing.
take a look at the things that have worked decades over decades. And stick with that and be patient with it and understand that this is probably what's best.
So Coach Taylor and I, when we are coaching our nutritional clients, we talk about like building a foundation of building good habits. And you have, like a house, you have to build the foundation so you can build on top of that. So when we approach coaching, we're really working on, you know, what are some of your eating habits? What can we see change or get better? Sleep, rest, recovery, movement, things like that. But we also, you know, dive into how is our gut health, which takes me into, let's talk about what Ozempic does. So I'm going to briefly touch on this and then I'll have you take over from there. But so Ozempic, the side effects is what helps lose the weight because basically it slows down your digestion. It makes you not hungry. It slows, it creates...
it spikes your insulin.
Yes.
So if you are
she can explain really
insulin sensitive, so like a lot of people that are obese or overweight, they will have an insulin sensitivity, meaning their body doesn't know how to metabolize the excess sugar in their system. So what this drug will do, it will help regulate that and balance your blood sugars and slow that absorption of sugars into your muscles, which in turn is gonna make you like gain fat, gain weight, things like that. So it's gonna, like we said, change that insulin balance. It's gonna slow the transit time of digestion. Your gut is a major source of serotonin, so it's going to affect your mental state as far as how you're viewing food, when it's sending the hunger signals. So it's really a full body experience that is going to help you, like you said, lose weight, but we want to break down what is that going to do for the long term, you know, like when we're saying your hormone levels are being adjusted like that.
And your pancreas creates this.
Yeah.
So your pancreas, it tells your brain to tell your pancreas to create more of this. So that's kind of what this drug does. So like anything, like any prescription drug, you have to understand the side effects. And I think Coach Taylor just heard that a decent percentage of people who are taking this drug have these negative side effects.
Right, to the point where they're unable to take the drug just because they're so negative and it's affecting their day-to-day life. So negative symptoms that someone might experience include things like in extreme cases, your stomach locking up, you know, where those muscles are not working anymore. We'll see people that have either diarrhea, constipation, vomiting, excess dehydration. So, I mean, obviously, when we're affecting your gut and your microbiome, that's affecting a lot of other things. The stomach's been called your second brain. So when you're affecting that, it's also going to be affecting a lot of other parts of your body. So like we said, as coaches, we really want to make sure that you have a good foundation and your overall health you're taken care of, because when you're trying to mitigate these negative symptoms just as a side effect of that, because you have no control over it. Like you can do your best, drink water, eat enough fiber, eat enough protein to help, like we said, lessen these symptoms. But if you don't have that foundation, it's kind of a gamble of your health already.
Yeah,
and
100%.
I think a lot of people are using this as maybe just that extra push, like, okay, this is my motivation to then like be confident in the gym, go ask for a trainer, which is totally fine, but we would only hope that it would only take one time, because the side effects are pretty serious. So if we can have a conversation that's like, okay, what got you here and all of that, then okay, we lose those extra pounds and we're able to stay on track in a more holistic way, versus you having to continue to go back and feel like you have to do this and suffer through some of those extreme side effects.
Yeah, it being a crutch and not a tool to help you get to your ultimate goal.
Yeah.
But I think that another big issue with it is that you lose a lot of muscle because you're eating a lot less. Your body is still moving and still needs calories to move and keep you alive. So it has to pull that energy from something. So it's going to eat your muscle and your fat. But a lot of people are losing so much of it, they're becoming very weak or things like that. So making sure that if you choose to take this, that you're incorporating some resistance training with it, and making sure you are with a nutrition coach that can help guide you through the process, help you understand your relationship with food, making sure you're getting enough food when you're on this. That's another thing. People can feel really crummy, but it comes down to you're not eating even enough food to kind of keep your energies
what you're
up.
eating is good to sustain the lifestyle you want to continue to live while you're on the treatment plan, you know. So say you're only hungry maybe once or twice a day, well, your nutrition coach can help give you the proper macros to make you feel satiated and make sure you can get through your workouts or your walks or whatever you like to do.
So I think so from our perspective, I think the positive things is it can be a good tool to help you lose the weight quicker with the support of coaches nutritionally and through exercise. So I think we are all supporting in regards to approaching it that aspect. Obviously, understanding that there are side effects, that it is going to mess up your insides, but you're going to start looking great on the outside. But it's like a give or take. Like losing weight can be beneficial, but it also could wreak havoc on your insides. Our bodies are amazing, and they can heal themselves pretty well if you come off of it, get back into a good healthy routine. Then that could be an option too. But I think just approaching Ozempic, semaglutide with support and a healthy mindset is important.
I think first and foremost, it's like obviously talk to your doctor, talk to a medical provider, because those are the people that are going to have insight into if you even qualify for it, because there's a version of the drug that's meant for diabetics, and then there's a version meant for weight loss. And if you're getting like an off-label version of it, then obviously that might have side effects or symptoms that don't come with a regular dosage. So first and foremost, talk to your medical provider. And then your second resource would be to have a coach or have your trainer, someone that can help you line your lifestyle up, because if it's too good to be true, it probably is, right? Like it seems like an easy solution, but if you're not fixing the root problem, then unless you're committing to being on this for life, which it is recommended in the small print that this is something administered for life, then you should be thinking about like, when you reach your goal, how are you going to come off of this? Like what's going to stop you from going back to whatever caused you to maybe be heavier than you wanted or gain that weight, and then figure out how to move on from there.
I think the dosing, and like Coach Taylor was saying, how you get Ozempic and things like that, it's going to be abused because people want to make money, and it is a big money maker. So make sure you're getting it cold. It needs to be cold, and it has to be transferred cold. There's like this whole system with it. And then your dosage of like someone's helping you manage that dosage. And if you're feeling sick, then you pull back. If you can handle a little more, then you do. And then if you need to stop it, I mean, there's so many people that should be involved on this journey. Don't think that you can just grab a vial from who's he, what's it, start injecting yourself, you know, and hope for the best. But so I think that just be responsible, be smart about it. It's your body. Like, you got this one home to take care of, to take you around. What you put into that home should be important. So make sure that you research, you have your education, you speak with your doctors, your providers, and find professionals that can help you on this journey, because it doesn't stay off if you don't change your eating habits. I think that's the number one question. Will it stay off? It won't. You can gain all of it back if you don't change your eating habits and lifestyle.
And maybe even more. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if you go into this extremely restricted, you know, unintentionally, because this drug is restricting you, but you go into this extreme restricted diet, and then you go back to eating your, you know, whatever calories it is, 3,000 plus calories without the movement. I mean, that's probably going to go on faster.
Yeah.
More.
Especially if your body's dysregulated from the medicine.
Yeah.
Because you're not starting from like a normal, like healthy baseline. You would be starting from, like you said, like this almost malnourished, because you've been under eating compared to maybe what your body needs. So just being cognizant of that, and then knowing like how to gradually work up to what a maintenance would look like.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing for me is just the long-term effects. I mean, we don't know what they are, and so that would probably be my biggest hazard, or my biggest thing to say for someone is really think about your decision, because we know some of the things that it does. I mean, it's really hard on your liver, it's really hard on your pancreas, but those are, I mean, those are huge things for me. But I mean, long term, we don't know how long that would last.
Right.
So just really make sure that this is appropriate for you. But we can tell you some good long-term things that are good for you on the inside and the outside.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that kind of summarizes our input of Ozempic or semaglutide. Make sure you look into it. If you have questions, comment below, just let us know. And if we could help you at all with your nutritional coaching, check us out at bslade.com. Coach Taylor and Coach Kara, myself, would love to work with you and help you on that journey. So thank you all so much for joining us for this episode of What Do You Slay? And we will see you next time. Thanks.
bye.